Oh wow, look, it's me. Okay, I get you. No, I get you now.
I felt a magnetic pull between the lamp and the light overhead. Whoa! When the light jumped into my lamp, the whole room changed, like something in a dream. Opening a way forward, the lamp was humming. The bulb glowed. It held the light now.
Set by visions leaking in from realities beyond his own. He uses those visions as inspiration for his stories, in hopes of giving them power to make them come true. Us, hidden few, know that ultimately he will succeed. But for that, many of his stories collapse back into the stuff that dreams are made of, to remain as they began, works of fiction. As they transpire in
Nice spring.
the night.
Nice spring. Where go? What do? Okay.
I felt another surge from the lamp. I could use it again.
Oh yeah. Oh. Free. What? What the frick, bro? I'm being freaking rude. Where is he? Oh, do I unlock it? What do I do? Where do I go? How do I live? Oh. Okay. Okay, here I am. I think I went backwards on this.
The glow in the lamp went out, shifting the light in the room. The light carved out something new from the darkness. The dark place wants to drown me.
Oh my god.
The payphone was ringing. Somehow I knew the call was for me.
Hello? Oh my god, normal size boxes.
Hello?
Alan Wake?
Yes.
Do you know who I am?
No? Who is this?
We'll get to that later. There are spies all over. Shadows.
A sense of deja vu washed over me. Had I had this conversation before?
Alan, listen to me carefully. Caldera Street Station, the subway. You need to go there. I'll call you again later. Make sure to pick up.
Do I know you? I know you from somewhere.
You've just forgotten again. We're in this together. Don't worry. I got you now. We've been working. Great.
I'm losing you. Hello? Hello?
Hello. Decent. Subway pass. Smart. You don't have to look at it that long. Okay, so we're at the dark place now? Cool. Cool. We are at the dark place. Casey.
The man had said Caldera Street Station. I had to go there.
It's the hiss. Oh, oops.
The Caldera Street Station sign was there, but the entrance was missing. I had to make it appear. Maybe I could use the lamp to reveal the station entrance.
Maybe if I could actually use it.
The lamp was dead in my hand. I needed to find a light for it.
Right over here.
I'm a writer. I write. Writing is the key. Art is the key to find my way out of the dark place. I can't forget this. Don't fucking forget this. I'm in the dark place. I'm outside time and space. Outside reality. But this is real. A nightmare dimension. An ocean of darkness. Remember, its dark energy can make art come true. Make dreams and nightmares come true. Yes, I can use this. I need to use this. Hungry, monstrous things out there, plotting to stop me, to devour me, become me. Oh no.
Neighborhood elimination. You lost her.
Is this the way it was on the page?
What the hell? Oh, hey. We met at Door's show.
Alan Wake, the writer. I'm Alex Casey. I'm looking into a murder.
Come on, what is this?
There's a piece of evidence, a manuscript of a novel. You wouldn't know anything about it?
A manuscript? What manuscript? I need to see it.
Rumor had it the manuscript contained the details of the murders. A murder cult was following the story to commit their gruesome acts. Was Wake their leader? Had he written it? How far would he go to create a perfect work of art? Or would he be the next victim? Stay here.
No, wait! I need a gun!
No chance.
Casey!
Yo, Casey, what's up?
I remember dying in this alley in a dream I had. He was just gonna keep killing me here, loop by loop. You're not gonna get what you want. You think you know. You know shit. You don't really want to know. You're gonna get what's coming to you.
Thanks, game. Appreciate it. Thank fuck.
This was an echo of the books I had written for years. Picking up Casey's gun felt like I was assuming the role of the detective. I had a light now. I needed to get back to the subway station entrance.
Jesus Christ. Hello? Hello? Okay. This isn't that bad, okay?
Shit. With the alley in darkness now, restless shadows block my way.
With me?
Come therapy with me?
Oh,
You're purring. You want to come with me, don't you?
The shadows.
Fuck!
Therapy cat's a good idea.
The shadows faded
Here you
out
come, therapy cat.
until they didn't. They were trying to stop me. Flashlight
Dave's hot chicken. They're trying to get you inside of
I
it.
could use the light to open the subway entrance now.
Then you
Okay.
scream bloody murder and scratch the fuck out of me.
So we'll come to a compromise. I will get you Dave's hot chicken, and you'll drop this package off for me.
Like 6. Are they open till then?
Don't they close at 6? Double checking. UPS store might close at 7. But you can drop it off there. UPS store. Yeah, closes at 6. Is that too much of a time crunch?
Would you be willing to go with me tomorrow?
Sure.
Because I can drop it off, just I'm not gonna get out until 6. Is the problem. It's not due till the first day. Actually, it's not due till midnight of the 2nd. I'm joking, you're not coming with me. Although I want you to. You would scream bloody murder and distract everybody while we're in there. Next week, though.
I think my plan right now is to just go get some sausage from Fred Meyer.
Okay.
Maybe some beer. That's just my
Okay.
plan. I can sponsor it some other time.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. Don't donate me 1 Bitcoin. I'll be happy.
Ha ha. $1,000, uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. There's some.
You County boy, you really got my hand. You have claimed my. Oh God, you have fallen asleep in my hand. So confused. He's like, wait. What? Oh, you did a sweet bee in my hand. Oh, you do the big eepee. What?
Chicken butt.
I'm kidding.
You have a kitty. You have a cat.
No. Look at this boyo.
Good cat. Hey, good cat. Hey, a good kid. Good baby.
Right there. Right there, hit the spot. Oh, good boy. There you go. For one. He's still purring. You're like, I like this. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Put down. Put down. Not put down until.
See her. He's taking a nap. Is she right there?
Sucks. the label. But
Tano here, the internet's busiest South Park nerd, and it is time for a review of every original South Park song ever. Okay, let's do this. You know how this goes by now, so I'll try to keep the intro brief. South Park has a lot of original music, like, a lot. Matt and Trey are legitimately talented musicians, and they even proved this when they created their Broadway musical that would go on to win 9 Tony Awards. Because of their clear passion for music, it's no surprise that there is plenty of
If there's one thing I've learned about South Park fans, it's that they tend to be pretty passionate about their favorite episodes. And by pretty passionate, I mean really, really passionate. And as someone who has shared their opinion on literally every episode of the show to millions of people, you could imagine that occasionally I might make some people a bit upset with my opinions. And by occasionally, I mean every single time. One thing I've discovered in my time sifting through comments telling me to off myself is that South Park is unique to almost any other show in its lack of unanimous fan opinions. With most shows, there are at least a few episodes that the fanbase will designate as being the worst or best. Obviously, there's always going to be the people that disagree, but for the most part, there's a general consensus on these episodes. This is not the case with South Park. It doesn't matter how bad you think an episode is, there will always be a substantial group of people who would rather die than admit that it's not the best episode in the entire series. So in general, South Park opinions are already very polarizing. Despite this, the comments on my ranking video have made me aware that one particular episode still manages to stand out for just how incredibly polarizing it is. With this particular episode, I don't think I've ever seen a neutral opinion on it. It seems like everyone thinks it's either an episode crafted by the Lord himself to be the funniest thing ever created, or it's the work of an evil satanic being who created it solely to declare that the show will never be funny again. By now, you may have guessed what episode I'm referring to. I know many of you have been waiting for this, and after really thinking it over, discussing it with my closest friends and family, talking to a lawyer, and studying every single opinion online, I think now is finally the right time to talk about it. That's right, it's finally happening. The most polarizing episode of South Park is I Should Have Never Gone Ziplining. You didn't really think I was going to talk about that episode, right? There's nothing polarizing about it. It's an objective fact that if you think it's a good episode, you're wrong and you shouldn't be allowed to have opinions, and I'm sure as hell not going to spend a whole video proving it. Actually, I'll tell you what. If this video gets 50,000 likes, I'll make an entire video doing a deep dive into the episode and the character. Fortunately for my mental health, that will not happen, and I will never have to talk about this little French kid ever again. Tangent aside, we're going to talk about the Season 16 episode, I Should Have Never Gone Ziplining. It's fascinating to me just how divisive this episode is, and I wanted to figure out why. Why do people love it? Why do people hate it? I needed to figure out which group has the correct opinion and which group is full of brain-dead illiterate buffoons that have invalidated all of their future opinions, because as we all know, that's how opinions work nowadays. And of course, it's common knowledge that all of the best opinions on the internet come from two places, Twitter and Reddit. So after hours of research and a noble sacrifice from all of my brain cells, I think I found the answer. So, with the intro out of the way, let's get into it. This is a deep dive into South Park's most polarizing episode. Let's start by breaking down what exactly happens in this episode. From the first few seconds, it's immediately clear that this is not your typical South Park episode. There's a dramatic montage of the boys seemingly in danger, along with a narrator describing their trip from hell. It ends with a title card and a disclaimer stating that it's a true story. Now, if you get what this is referencing, that greatly improves your odds of enjoying this episode. If not, well, you may be out of luck. It's a parody of a show that ran from 2005 to 2012 on the Discovery Channel called I Shouldn't Be Alive. Basically, the show would tell the story of a person or group of people who got stuck in the wilderness and survived in some crazy situation. It recreated the scenarios with actors and included interviews with the survivors discussing what happened. It was a pretty entertaining show, assuming you enjoyed hearing stories about people fighting off bears and their best friends dying from hypothermia. That was a pretty good portion of the show. As a young child, I loved the show. I loved how dramatic it was and how certain survivors wouldn't be interviewed until the very end, so you never knew if they made it out until the story was over. It was one of those shows that I'd watch if nothing good was on the kids' channels, like when Nickelodeon decided to play Fanboy and Chum Chum for hours on end. Yeah, even as a 10-year-old, I would rather watch people forced to amputate their own limbs than watch that show. And now as an adult, I think I'd rather amputate my own limbs than watch it. But this episode fully leans into the parody, including the dramatic camera work, the interviews with the survivors, and they even got one of the actual narrators from the show to do the narration.
4 young boys in Colorado are on a trip from hell.
We follow the boys as someone suggests that they go ziplining, and they decide to try it out. They're all in a great mood as they head to the facility, making fun of Kenny for having a cold sore. When they arrive, they learn that they're going to be ziplining with a group of people, and their mood immediately shifts. The narrator then discusses the physiological responses their bodies have to dealing with a tour group, like how the brain has to work overtime to act nice and pretend to care about the other people. Things only get worse as they have to wait an extra 30 minutes for a late couple and force a smile once they arrive. Then comes the safety video, which is another 15 minutes of pure hell, followed by group members asking redundant questions about the video.
Could we review the best ways to hold the rope again?
Really? You're gonna make us all listen to it again because you couldn't understand? Really?
Finally, they leave and the boys are excited to start ziplining, only to have their hope crushed when they realize that they have to take a 45-minute shuttle ride to the top of the mountain.
His brain is already lacking excitement, and now just the word shuttle makes Kyle's brain fire neurons that bring up memories of just how lame shuttles can be.
Along the way, they are forced to talk with the rest of the tour group, including a man who tells a riveting story about his life. He continuously repeats that he's making a long story short, despite the fact that he does not, in fact, make a long story short, as it continues for the entire ride.
Well, my name's Pete Nichols, and this is my wife, Donna. And, make a long story short, you know, make a long story short, and that's when, you know, long story short, we just,
Meanwhile, we get a look into the disaster brewing within Cartman's stomach, as the fast food he's consumed combines with the massive amounts of Mountain Dew he's drinking, creating a deadly gas. When they finally arrive at the first zipline, a member of the group asks about the biology of the trees in the area, further crushing the spirit of the boys. When Cartman finally rides the zipline, he relays to the rest of the boys that their biggest fear has come true.
Oh, really? Yeah, dude, it's boring as shit.
And as if it couldn't get any worse, they realize that they have to wait for everyone else to ride the zipline as well. And then, the unthinkable happens.
This is a zipline tour. We got 16 more to go.
And it was like, wham!
Their nightmare is far from over. This is likely the second major part of the episode that split fans, since it's another reference to a rather niche experience. Anyone who's been ziplining or has ever just been on a guided tour like this would understand just how underwhelming.
16 more to go.
And it was like, wham!
Another reference to a rather niche experience. Anyone who's been ziplining or